Hi, it's Scott from Zoden Guitars. Been a little while since I've posted a video on the old YouTube. My apologies to anybody that's subscribing. Been doing a few small projects. I did build another guitar, but I really didn't film any of it. It was kind of happened over probably 18 months of working on the guitar, and I really didn't film much of the process. I started filming and then I'd miss a bit, and so in the end I really didn't end up posting anything on it at all. So that's going to change because I've got myself a new little project guitar, and hopefully if you can read upside down you can see that it is a Carvin. Picked this up yesterday. Got it for a reasonably good price. It was pretty bashed and crashed, but what we're looking at here is a Carvin DC135, which is I think probably about 88, 89 in the vintage. Looks quite nice on camera, but it is pretty bashed and crashed, so it's done some work. It's got the Jackson style headstock, which is really cool. I think they only did that for 88 and 89, so yeah, I prefer that head shape to probably any of their other ones. So 24th fret. If I can hold it up, it's got this one's got the Floyd, and as you can see, I don't know who was playing this or trying to play it. I tried tuning it up last night just to have a bit of a strum, but the Floyd is so badly set. It's as soon as I try to tune it down a little bit to get it into tune, it just dropped. It was pulled up the other direction before, so yeah, she's needs a good tune up. So you can see there they've got the older style Floyd screws. So yeah, the Floyd's in not too bad condition. Got a bit of chrome chipping there on the screw and on some of the blocks. The tuning knobs there, yeah, they are what they are. You've got the three switches. From what I can gather, mucking around with it last night, you can use all three at once, or you can do combinations and turn them and do whatever you need to do. So quite a lot of options. So I think the stock pickups, I think these ones are the M225D. Then you've got the H11s. I think these two are here. So don't know much about the Carvin pickups, to be honest with you. I'll be guessing to tell you if they're good, bad, or otherwise. Ebony board, but you can see here there is some. Not sure if the camera's going to pick it up. There is some fret wear, so I'm probably going to have to remove these frets and put some new frets in. They are quite worn, so camera's not really picking it up very well at all, but I'll try and do a fret level and see what I can get away with. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to replace them. So get it back in camera. So just going on to the back, it is a neck through. So you can see it's just marks. Like I say, on camera it's not really picking up how bad it is, but it has been bashed and crashed. You can see there's a bit of damage, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this down, and there's some marks from hangers on the side here. It's got some dents just where my thumb is. So I'm going to strip all the paint off it, and I'm probably going to leave the neck bare and just do like an ESP style paint where I'll finish the paint off around here, and then maybe do a crackle or a flame. I'm going to go 80s on it and see what we can do to make it look really, really nice. So I'll just try and unscrew this and see how this looks. I'm trying to do it one hand holding the camera, so it should be interesting. So it's missing a lot of the screws. You can see there's a lot of buckle rash if you get it in the right light. I don't know what this screw is. It's not a traditional screw, so it looks like something out of an old piece of hi-fi equipment or something along those lines. So yeah, I'm going to have to replace all them. But I'll swing this down. It's got a brass block. It looks like, I don't know whether somebody's upgraded or put a heavier duty brass block in it. But you can see the spring clamps tighten right up to the cavity. So that's what's causing it to pull so far bad, forward. So I'll loosen that off. I'll loosen them off, release the Floyd, get it tuned up, and I might have a bit of a play. It's probably going to be about a month or so before I can before I can work on it, because I've got something else on the go. So I will update as we go along. And the other issue, actually I nearly forgot, is that the strings are not sitting completely central. So you can see here, the bigger E string here needs to be moved down a mil, and this one here has got a little bit of play where we can move it down. So you can even notice it where the Floyd is lining up. So there's a small gap here, and when we look over that side, there's a larger gap here. So I've got a feeling I'm going to have to pull these, when I pull the Floyd off, I'm going to have to plug the holes and re-drill them and move the Floyd over. It's only a millimetre, but it annoys me. So you can see even by the dots, they're not, you know, it needs to be there, and it needs to be, you know, moved across there. So that's probably the most critical thing. I'm going to straighten that up and fix that up. But apart from that, it's got really good bones. It's I think I'm going to have to replace the tone knob as well, because that feels, I don't know, doesn't feel right. So the volume feels quite nice. The tone feels like it's playing up. So you've got some chips at the back here. So yeah, it's got good bones, as I say. It's going to be a lot of work, but yeah, heavy. It's a full maple, but it just had a bit of a strum last night, out of tune, and it plays really, really cool. So very pleased with it. Yeah, good little pickup. Very honest guitars. You can pick these Carvins up pretty cheap. I don't know why they're so cheap. I mean, you used to buy them direct, and they never kind of had the shop markup on them, and so on and so forth. But now, you know, value for money, they're absolutely outstanding. I think they're called Kiesel now, so and you're starting to pay a bit more for them. So yeah, awesome little guitar. I can't wait to work on it. Once I get these other projects that I'm working on done, yeah, the little Carvin's going to be a way to go. All right, well, I'll keep you up to date as things progress. Thank you.